Welcome to my channel. My name is Allie and I am Mama Bear Hansen. I just want to thank you guys so much for stopping by today. If you're new here or if you haven't already, make sure you click the link below to like and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of fun things in store and you're not going to want to miss it, so make sure that you're getting those notifications. Today's video is all about what I've been up to since Christmas. I want to give you guys a glimpse at the big painting transformation that I had in my house, and also the not so fun cleaning up the mess and the aftermath that came from 4 days of painting. Right after Christmas, I jumped into painting my house. I started in my master bedroom and then I moved over to the living room. The living room, which I'm sitting in now, it is beautiful now. It's a very dark color. There were two tones that you see right up there. That was a beige, the bottom was a dark brown, and before that, it was like a faux wood with some blue tints mixed in. It was that peel off the wall, not even real wallpaper. It was just hideous. A few months back, I did peel that off, revealed these really dark brown walls, which was great, but I still wanted to lighten it up. The living room and the dining room were two different rooms, but they're not really. That's just one big open room. Don't mind the mess. I'm going to show you real quick. But you can see that I have one big, it's all together. But before it was in two different colors. Like this bright blue didn't work in our house. There was that blue, there was the wallpaper blue in another bedroom, and my kitchen cabinets are like a seafoam aqua blue. None of those colors flowed, so I wanted to give it a nice updated current look. This is something that can stick around for a while. I am going to be painting some of the kids' rooms and maybe some hallways. See what my paint budget has allowed for and what I have to complete everything. Please make sure you stick around to the very end of this video that you can find out what is coming up next. I have a fun little exciting announcement for you guys and you're gonna want to check that out, so make sure you stick around. Now, our house was built in the 40s or 50s. It is an old mill house. This back part has been added on, and most of this paint has been on here for probably 10-15 years. The dining room coming up was really in rough shape. The baseboards were unfinished. There was partial wall, but I'm really pleased with how I was able to cover it up and make it look pretty. I am so pleased with how everything turned out. I hope you liked my pictures. And if you want some inspiration or need some ideas, gray is always good. It's a neutral color. It goes with everything, and white is classic as well. Oh, before I forget, when I was finished painting my wall and I stepped back in the master bedroom and I stepped back away from that what used to be salmon yucky peachy color, once it was gray, it was like I instantly felt calmer. It was just so cool to me how the power that color had kept me anxious, and now with these gray subtle walls, I just instantly felt better. And now that you've seen the transformation, let's jump in and tackle this mess of a kitchen. There's still paintbrushes to clean. There's lots of paint splatters in the sink that I want to clean up and show you guys how I get that up. You can see here that even that splatter made it to the floors. But we're going to take this paintbrush here and go ahead and get it rinsed out real good. I don't have a special way to clean my paintbrushes. I'm just going to take my scraper and try to get what I can off that's already been dried on there and get this laid out to dry. So while these dry, I'm going to take my Dawn Platinum dish soap and I'm going to squeeze this all over all three of my sinks. I've got two large sinks and one small one there in the middle. Next, I'm going to take my baking soda and I'm going to sprinkle it all over the sinks, just like I did with the dish soap. I'm just going to sprinkle this everywhere I possibly can and try to get as much in there. take my scrubber. I'm going to use this crocheted scrubber that my mother-in-law made me, but any scrubber will do. A Brillo pad will work. I do recommend something that's got some abrasion to it to help move that baking soda around and really try to scrape up all that you can. Now that I've rinsed this out, I see that there's still a little bit left on there, so I'm just going to do another scrub round and try to see what I can get off. It honestly will probably take more than 2 rounds of scrubbing, but you'll eventually get it all off. Now that I've rinsed this one off pretty good, I'm going to take my favorite dish cleaning tool and use it on the paint. It's a dish scraper. I've had it a long time, so I'm not sure where that specific one came from, but I will try to find one on Amazon and link it below. With the sink all dry and ready, we're going to go ahead and start sorting out dishes and start getting ready to wash this monstrous load. I should tell you that I don't usually let my dishes pile up like this. This is 4 days of nonstop painting and chasing 2 children, and I just let it build and build and build until I was done with my paint project, and this is what I have. I do usually like to go ahead and sort first, but with this many at one time, I thought it would be best to just grab a dishpan and dump it in the sink and start that way. All I'm doing is rinsing all of my dishes, making sure there's no gunk or grime on them. Some things need to soak, some things need just a basic rinse. I'm going to throw them into the dishwasher. That's the way I sanitize everything. Most of my dishes are already clean when they go in, and the dishwasher just sanitizes them. There's my good old butter dish. I've probably got 7 or 8 butter dishes at any given time. I like to use them to store my leftovers in. Makes it quick and easy, and they stack really well. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed a common theme of mine, but I love to use my sprayer. I use that sprayer to get off really stuck on grime from when dishes don't get pre-rinsed and they don't get a chance to soak, or there's just really stuck on grease and yuckiness. Sometimes a little bit of hot water and steam with a little bit of dish soap, whether that be Dawn or store brand dish soap. Time for round 2. Here we go. We're going to dump this in and start sorting. Get some things rinsed off so that we can get ready to load the dishwasher. Found one of my daughter's little play teaspoons, so gotta wash that for sure.
going to take a quick little break and I'm going to show you how I got it off the counters. I did the same thing I did with the sink. I used the Dawn dish soap and the baking soda, sprinkled that all on there, and then I took my scraper and I just went to town on it. I also noticed after doing it a few different times on different spots that if I sprayed an all-purpose cleaner, no matter what that is, sprayed that on top and gave it maybe a minute or two to set, and then I used the scrubber a little bit more before wiping it up. Finally moving over to the dishwasher, I'm just going to pull out the 4 days old worth of clean dishes in the dishwasher. And I'm going to unload these real quick, put them away so that we can start loading all of the dishes we've rinsed. I am pretty methodical in how I put these in, and you'll see that now. This is why it's so important for me to get them rinsed, especially when I'm doing a big load like this. I will put them all in a particular way. Now let's talk about silverware. You saw that I rinsed everything really good. Now I'm just going to sort them all out because I do put them in the dishwasher piece by piece. I put the forks together and the knives together and the spoons together and all the baby utensils together. As I'm loading them, even though I'm putting them all in the same slot together, I do make sure that there's plenty of space for water to get down in there and that they're not too full. So now we're on day 2 of tackling this kitchen. I'm not gonna lie and say that I did this all in one day because I most certainly did not. With 2 children under 4, it's nearly impossible to do anything in one day. I am not a super mom. I just try to do the best I can in the time that I do have. So I'm just going through round 2 of these dishes. Some of these dishes soaked overnight, so I'm just going to rinse those out and make sure they're good and clean. Those probably will not go in the dishwasher. I have already unloaded the dishwasher from yesterday, so those are on the countertops drying, and I'm just going to get these all rinsed real good so that I can load again. Cast iron, all I did was I cleaned out the leftover food and I took a damp paper towel and I just wiped it down real good. You do not want to leave any residual water on it or it will rust.
Guys, we're done. It may not be your standard of clean and it may not be perfect, but we do what we can and that's the best I've got. So if you stuck around this far, if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support and sticking it out till the very end. It really does matter when you watch the whole video, and since you have, you get a sneak peek into what's coming. Starting next week, I will be starting a 3-part mini-series focusing on deep cleaning and decluttering your home for the new year. The first video in this series we will start with will be a focus on purging and decluttering, getting rid of all of those toys and products that you don't use and that your kids don't play with. Like and subscribe below so that you don't miss out on this mini series, and I will see you guys next week.